What's up, everybody? Paul Hickey here with your data-driven daily tip. This one's for small business owners, small teams, mid-sized level companies with small IT groups and small marketing departments. We're talking about G Suite and Google Groups. Now, you may have received an email from G Suite recently about Google Groups. And if you're listening on the podcast, you can definitely follow along. But if you're watching, I'm going to show it to you on my screen right now. And it says, what does this mean for my organization? There's changes to Google Groups. What do I need to do? I had some questions rolling in about this, and I decided to make it a data-driven daily tip. So if you're a G Suite administrator, meaning your email and business apps are hosted through Google, you'll see as you're in your admin console, you'll see an option called Groups down in the bottom right-hand side. And we've got some groups at DataDriven.Design, and we primarily use them for email aliases that multiple users can receive email from. So that's the number one way I'm guessing all of you are using Google Groups, although technically Google Groups is a way to kind of create a message board among users in your organization and post on topics that are related to your organization. So basically, you're getting this email from G Suite telling you that there's going to be some upgrades to Google Groups, and depending on how you're using Google Groups, whether it's groups for business or admin console groups, they're just giving you some things that you need to be aware of. So I'm going to walk you through some of the major changes that you're going to need to be aware of and how to prepare for it. Now, it's pretty basic, okay? So in the G Suite admin help, basically member management settings, some things are going to change with member management settings, meaning people who can add members, approve members, ban users, invite members, and modify members. If you don't have access to it right now, you're not going to really continue to have access to it. If you do have access to it, your member management settings should stay turned on. If your current member management settings appear currently like check boxes next to add members, approve messages, and ban users, as well as invite members, you can kind of audit your current settings and see if there's anything that changes after May. You can go back into Google Groups and just kind of reset those settings. So audit your group settings before May is what Google wants you to do. You may look at it, and chances are it's going to look like mine. You might have some email aliases that you're using for Google Groups for multiple people to receive messages to the same email inbox. That's it, really. That's probably the number one thing that you need to be aware of. Other than that, it's just Google giving you a warning to say, hey, we're making some improvements to the G Suite groups, Google Groups, and after May, we're going to want you to go in and just audit those settings and just make sure that everything's working well for you. This has been your data-driven daily tip. It's around productivity using G Suite for email. This should probably take care of everything. If this email group doesn't even apply to you, then you don't even have anything to do. And even if it does apply to you, you really don't have anything to do except for check in after May and make sure that everything's still working. You should be fine. For more free digital marketing, productivity, small business tips, go to dataoveropinions.com and check out the podcast at datadrivenpodcast.com, the Alexa skill at datadrivendaily.com. Definitely check out the Data Driven Academy. If you want to learn more digital marketing that's more personalized advice, go to DataDriven.Design/academy. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I'd like for you to subscribe to youtube.com/Paul Hickey or comment below. And if you're listening on the podcast, check it out on YouTube and throw in a comment, or hit me up on Twitter with a comment at DataOverOpinion. If you want to do business with us, hit me up at Paul at DataDriven.Design. Thanks, and have a great day.